Hello, Pinup Miami here. Let me know if you could hear me right today. We are live on this beautiful Monday, rocking out the roots, rocking the roots out. Well, today I want to do a St. Patrick's look. Now, I didn't know which direction I wanted to do this. Last year I did a gold and green look for the live, and today I thought a request that I've gotten is like a cut crease look. So we are gonna do like a retro modern cut crease situation that you could wear every day with the same methods, or have fun with it for St. Patrick's. So make sure to say hi in the comments below and say hi, join in, ask questions. It's always fun when I get to hear your interactions or experiences with certain techniques, because then I also get to learn new things as well, and I truly appreciate it. All right, so for today, I literally just washed my face and that's it. So I look a little crazy. So we're starting from scratch. I'm gonna do the base routine really quick. I'm gonna start with the e.l.f. poreless primer. Um, and I just like to scoop a little bit with my nail. Usually it's easier when my nails are acrylically long. Acrylically long. That's a word. Warm it up in my fingers. Now, every product that I use on here, I am not like sponsored or anything. I use it based off experience. If I don't mention a product, it's because I really don't know how I feel about it, or I tell you straight up. I love trying out. I don't know if any of you have like those Ipsy boxes that come in monthly to your house, but I do, and I love it because sometimes there's things I would never try, and then there's things I will try, but I don't want to buy it with my own money. But then I feel like my Ipsy box, if it comes monthly, then I have to try it. All right, so I'm gonna start off after I put the primer is just putting concealer on a few spots on my face, like blemishes. Not too many, just to let it set while I do my face. I always find this funny. The lighting today is not really helping. I think green and yellow don't go together. So that's why I rarely wear green, even though I wear green. But sometimes I feel like green clashes with the yellow hair. But since I have my natural hair coming out, my bumblebee hair, I call it, it's fine. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow. I'm just going to style my brows with it. So it comes with a brush, and I like to use a little spatula. Need my little mirror. So I use a spatula to put the pomade, I call it the little clear fluid, all over the lid. Not lid, over the brow. And then we're going to work that in with the spoolie side. Now, I like to go the opposite direction first. That way you coat every single hair and then comb it back down and then brush it up. Now, you get that laminated look, which I had my eyebrows laminated once, and I thought I looked scared. Like, I looked surprised at all times because I do have long eyebrow hairs. I don't know who else has had their eyebrows laminated. I kind of low-key loved it, but at the same time, I felt like I was scared. I looked scared every time like my emotions were just one. So I like that you have the option with these products to create the look temporarily and not as exaggerated, you know? So you see, it really like flattens it out, even though one eyebrow is way fluffier than the other. Let me just bring it down a little. The magic of makeup, right? Am I right? All right, so I'm going to close that up. Then I'm going to go in with the concealer again. If you're curious, I'm using the Double Wear Concealer. Oh. Can you see me well? People see me choppy? No. All right, so I'm going to go in with the concealer and just put a few drops. Now, I forgot a whole step. I like to fill in a little bit of I had chicken pox when I was little, and it like took some of my hairs with it. So, oh, and now of course I can't find the pencil. Oh, here we go. I'm using NYX Brow tint pen and just create little hairs with it. So I like to do little flakes, little strands of hair, make it look as natural as possible. This makes it easier after you like used products to tame your brows and you know exactly where you want to set them. If you want to create a little arch, by preference. I really like to be heavy on the bottom of my eyebrows, but not really the top. Because then I feel like it looks a little clunky. You know what I mean? Like your eyebrows are weighing you down. Just the light. Then I'm going to go in with my ring finger and put the concealer all over my lid just to clean up anything. Don't worry if you're messy in this step. It's just to clean up what you did in the eyebrows. And then same thing on the other side. Yeah. All right. So then one thing I always have when I do my makeup is like a little fan. To fan down the makeup and let it dry because you don't want to rush in when a product is wet because then it'll just move around your face. So then, I feel like I need to sleep. Then we're gonna go. This is like a trust the process kind of thing. Whenever you do like a hooded eyes, can still see you, just a choppy screen. I don't know. Let's see. Does anybody else see me choppy? Let me know. All right. So, and then today, I don't know why, but this software that I use is having issues with Instagram for some reason. But it says it should be back on by today, but it'll be a little too late, so it'll be ready for next week. So I'm gonna use the e.l.f. It's called the Bite Size Shadow and Hot Jalapeno. It's like a bunch of greens and gold. Super beautiful for St. Patrick's Day. Now we're gonna go in with the light green to dark green. Now we're just going to do this ombre on the top of the eye. You could put it in the bottom. This part you could be messy as possible, but you gotta trust me that it's a trust the process kind of move. So we're gonna start off with like a blending brush, and you're gonna get the green, the light green. I gotta switch hands here. And we're gonna go from the inner corner. Was this brush have other stuff on it? No. I guess this green is kind of dark either way. So we're just gonna fill in all of this with the green to like the end 3/4 of your eye. So just pack it in there. I don't know why it looks so dark there. I think it's the camera, but like I said, it's a trust the process kind of vibe today. I always feel like when you do any cut crease look, it always looks a little crazy before it looks good. So we're literally going to go 3/4. Well, go all the way. How about that? Let's make it easier. You're going to go all the way. See, it has that dimension. And then just pat it in, bring it in. All green. Okay. So, yeah, you're going to look like a little leprechaun threw up on your eyelid. This, yeah, it does look a little crazy right now. All right, so you're going to do the same thing to the other side. Shouldn't have gone too into the inner corner, but we're going to fix it. Don't worry. So just keep going all over the lid. All right. Now we're going to go in by the green. Green is like my kryptonite. Like my favorite color, believe it or not. People will think it's pink. People will think it's yellow. But it's actually chartreuse, which is like a yellow green. It's the furniture I have in my living room. All right, like I said, you got to trust this process. I know I look crazy now, but trust. But trust. All right, so we're going to go in with the darker green over here. And we're going to do just the edges, okay? Because we want to give it like an ombre from green to dark green. And you're going to go into your middle of your lid and out. So just on the lid and then out. Like if you're doing a smoky eye. Now, if you get any fallout, we're going to wipe it away. So don't worry. And the crease, as you could tell, is going to be a halfway crease. So yeah, just fill it out to get that little smoky little section. Again, if you look at any cut crease video, I know you're like, no, yes. You got to set the base and then you erase. Oh, that rhymed. Set the base and erase. So we're doing the same thing on the other side. You're going to go halfway on the lid. And then just do like a little ombre. And blend, not ombre, blend. All right. Now to add a little dimension to the top close to the lid, we'll add it after. Let's do one step at a time. Now you're going to take a Q-tip. I realized right before this live that I ran out of Q-tips. So if you ever run out of Q-tips, you can use a paper towel. Showing you the vacuums here. You're going to take a makeup brush. Try to use one that is not too, something like this, anything. And you're going to wrap it around, make it as taut as possible so you have the napkin. Now you're going to use micellar water. Micellar water. It's really good for removing your eye makeup. So we're just going to use this to clean up the edges, and then we're going to erase what we want to remove to create that half cut crease. So I'm just going to pour it on to the tip there without spilling anything. And then we're going to go in and, remove things as much as possible. So we're going to create create that wing look and then just remove. Yeah. Now, since I had a lot of product there, you see how quickly it filled? You can just move your pencil to another part of the napkin. You got a Q-tip, you can switch to the other side just to remove the bottom. And I haven't done my foundation. And that's why, I always do my foundation after my eye makeup because sometimes you tend to get fallout. Life happens. And this is also a great way to have a guide when you do your liner as well, a little saturated. So we're just going to take it and again just use another little section and pour it in the tip and clean it. All that fallout. This is when you could tell that I am blind because I need to be like this. Whose eyesight is getting worse throughout the years? All right. So now I'm going to get another section and we're going to go in the inside. Now this part might be a little scary, but this one will take practice. It doesn't matter the color that you do it, but when you try to cut a crease with any remover, go slow, but you also have to know how your eyes open. So if you have hooded eyes, you'd go a little higher, just like when you're trying to do like dimension on your lid. So just keep that in mind. For some, it might be a little harder than others, but it's just practice. All right, so I think I put too much there. So we're gonna go to the lid, and this time, I'm gonna put some micellar water a little longer. Okay. All right. Oh, hi Bones. Hey Michelle. All right, so we're gonna cut from the inner corner halfway and then just wipe everything. So I'm gonna look down. I'm gonna try to do this without talking for a sec. Now always go smaller before going bigger and go halfway. You see we're getting the look, the little cut crease. If you notice that your line is not becoming sharp enough, it's because your little section is too saturated. Just move it over. And then make sure, just like that. And you could clean up anything you don't want. Like I think I put too much in the inner corner here. So I'm just going to clean it to create a sharp edge right there. You see, I have that dramatic kind of swoop, swoop, swoop. I like that word. All right. Now we're gonna do the same thing. You see, it's coming together. If I get in the light, you'll see where it's going. I am gonna blend out to remove some of the green. I think I went a little too. I was too excited, But we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Now this is like when you do eyeliner. Try to match up both sides. So think of it like a reverse eyeliner. So that's why I start small and then go bigger. So I'm gonna start small. And this one I'm going the opposite way just because I'm a righty. And you're gonna have to add a little pressure. Remember, every eyelid is different. Like I'm having a little difficulty in the inner corner because my nose, and I'm a righty. Let me switch out, get a little plain section. Truly means a lot that you guys are watching this Monday. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna clean out. I put the same face I put when I'm doing mascara. All right, and then here I didn't do that exaggerated green, so I'm just gonna clean it up a bit there. Make sure it all matches. Now I'm gonna take a dry piece of the napkin that I'm using. See, all the makeup that I removed is here. I'm just gonna take a dry piece, not a piece with micellar water, but I'm just gonna go in and remove a little bit of the pigment here, just to help blend it. You could also use a brush, but you see, I'm trying to I was heavy-handed, but I'm always a believer that things are fixable, except death and taxes. Well, no, because then they give you a ticket if you mess up on your taxes. All right. And then do the same thing on the other side. Perfect. It takes a second for the light to readjust. So then we have this look going. If you don't like the little flequito, the little line, I said that I was talking Spanglish for a second. You can make it shorter. Again, you can use your finger or a brush and just go in and, cut it up. Just make sure you do it on both sides. Whatever you do on one side, do on both sides. You see, I told you to trust the process. Now, We're gonna go in with a new blending brush. And I'm gonna hit it up with some gold. And I'm gonna do this before doing the inside of the cut crease. So I just want to put a little bit of gold, just a tad of gold on the top where my brows are, just to create a highlight and dimension on the green. You know, just to add a little shimmer. And I also feel like when you do like heavy eyeshadow before foundation, your face just doesn't match. I look like I should become, oh, come on. I look like I'm going to be like a new super villain. All right. So then we're going to go in with a little bit of the shimmer green. And I'm just going to put that, I'll do that after. All right. So now we're going to put a concealer for the cut creases. We're going to use like a flat brush looking thing. Like a concealer brush, usually some people call it, a small one. Where's my concealer? All right, so I'm gonna put a little dot, like half of a dot, because this stuff is pigmented. Boop, boop. Now this is to create a base of where we just removed it and to really clean up those edges. So you're gonna go in and try not to rub it too much on the green, because you don't want to dirty your concealer brush, and then you're gonna have green mixed in. And you see, the reason why I don't put too much is because, you also have your lids opening and closing. And if you have a hooded lid, it's bye-bye. And we won't have that harsh line. We're going to blend it in. I'm going to go in with the dramatics here, though. You could use gold. I'm going to go with white because I like white eyeshadow. Let me just put a little bit more concealer. Just one little more on the bottom, just to really make it pop. And help with that base. Oh, it's picking up some green. All right. I feel like on this eye, I moved a little bit of green around, but it'll be fine. Now I'm going to go in with, you could either go in with a pomade, a white pomade. I'm going to go with eyeshadow. Let's keep the dramatics a little low key right now. I'm going to go in with a fluffy, flat brush. And I'm using, this is my favorite white eyeshadow ever. I don't really buy from MAC, but they were the only ones you could find a white matte, a white matte eyeshadow that I just love. Like, this is my favorite. If you notice, my eye makeup always has white stuff on it. It has white eyeshadow or a white pomade. This one by KVD, called Super White, is what I use the most. And then the NYX eyeliner in white liquid, the same black one I use, but in white. I just feel like a little bit goes a long way. So I'm going to go in with this white, after I talked a lot about white eyeshadow. And I'm going to pat it in to where we cut the crease there. You see, we have that poof. Again, make sure you don't touch the other colors, because you want it to resonate. We're going to blend that. Don't worry, we're not going to have a line. This is called a half crease. Oh, hey, Melinda. I know it's been a while. It's been a while. I was here last week with Timmy. Oh, and thank you guys for all the support, Timmy. I have to bring Timmy back at least once a month, because a lot of you really liked having Timmy on. Timmy's watching today. And even though I say he's watching, he's in the other room. But he likes to support me. So thank you, Timmy. All right, so same thing on the other side. Pat it in. Really bring it to that inner corner. And try not to break up the line. You know, we really want to see that cut crease. See, he responded. All right. So you see how this is coming together. All right. Now we're going to do the blending. Now this part might be a little difficult for a few people. But you really have to keep it small. We're going to go in. I don't want to dirty that one just yet. So we're going to go in with another with another flat brush. It's called a packer brush, which I use it to just blend. We're going to go in with the white again and blend it, you know, just tap it in there just so it mixes in with the green. And you see it's like blending it together without having to move it around, because if you were to move it around like a normal blending brush, you're just going to move everything. And again, the point of this look is to have a line going through your look. So I really like just going back and forth like this. I'd rather have to apply more white than more green, because then it could be a slippery slope of it all turning green. So creating that base of the ombre with the white or whatever color you choose, because you can also do this with gold, you know. I feel like you'll be real leprechaun. So you see, I'm just blending that in first, and I am going to go in with the green again. But again, we're creating that base. And we're trying to blend that in. Oh, I removed some of that there. Perfect. Now I'm going to go in with the green. The dark green. And we are going to blend it, just because it also removed some at the end. And go small. Take your time. And don't be scared to use your fingers. All right, same thing on the other side. Perfect. I feel like one eye always blends so much better than the other. And now I'm going to bring it in a little more. Why not, right? And you still have that cut crease look. All right, now, do I want to add any more gold? Or no, I think I'm good. What do you guys think so far? I'm liking it. Like I say, it really stands out because we haven't done the rest of the face. I'm going to go in and make sure I don't have any excess fallout. Yeah. All right, so yeah, I always feel like I look so crazy on the lives when I do my eyes first and my whole face is red because I'm touching things. Let me go a little. I don't like tugging on my skin. I'm really trying to take care of my skin. But I want to, you could use the micellar water and just, you know, tap it in. It dries super quick. And like I said, always have like a little fan. I have my most ugliest fan handy because I have stains on it. But it really just helps everything faster. Sorry, that's probably like bad ASMR kind of action going on there. Thank you, Melinda. Beat Timmy again. Miss you. Oh, I miss you too, Summer. I hope you're doing super well. It must be cold up there. Or good. It must be good. I mean, we had a week of winter and I had my thick coat on. So, yeah. So I'm going to go back in. Oh, why do I have a red stuff there? I'm going to go back in because I removed a few of my little concealer spots here. Just give it a second to dry. Now, today I don't want to go too heavy, you know, because I feel like I'm doing shower makeup. If you guys don't know what pre-shower makeup is, it's when you go crazy before you shower and try new things because you're about to shower, so you might as well just do crazy things. It's a thing. It's a thing girls do. I mean, I thought I was the only one until I saw it trending on TikTok. All right, so let's just wait for my concealer to go in. Oh, the Casper mirror. I think it's so cute. I have my little friendly ghost. I got it in Walgreens or CVS. They had this Casper collection with Perfusion Cosmetics, and the little charms here have like a little moon and star. Because I've tried having a vanity here where I have my setup, but then you guys would see me going like this. So this one's cute enough to show. All right, so now today I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury um Beautiful Skin Foundation. I've been testing it out. I'm still on the fence on it because I love my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation is my favorite. And then if I really want full coverage, I have their extra full coverage foundation somewhere here. It's somewhere. So I'm going to use a brush to apply my foundation today. I just had this brush. Literally had it in my hand. Oh, here we go. So it's mostly used for like it's a face angled brush. I got this in an Amazon set for $8. Tomorrow is my brush. No, today's Monday. Today is my brush cleaning day. I always wait for Mondays to do my brush cleaning so that for the rest of the week, I don't do it on Sundays because I have events and stuff. But then Mondays after the live, I sit there, wash it. It'll be clean on Tuesday. Usually Tuesdays is my slow days, and then have clean brushes. You should always clean your brushes. All right, so I'm just gonna put 3 pumps on here, and you're just gonna tap them everywhere. They're like 3 small pumps. Now my face is red, so I always like my foundation to cover my redness. If it's during the day, I always put SPF, and I do have a setting spray from. I had one from Supergoop, but it's so expensive. But I'm testing out the e.l.f. setting spray that has sunscreen to reapply it when you're outdoors. Because I don't really be wanting dark marks as I age. You know, I mean they're unavoidable here in South Florida. But look at me ranting about SPF. But if you ever get into skincare, I think the number one thing is SPF. Because the sun is the most damaging thing. Everything else, I guess, is a plus to help. But sun damage could lead to a lot of problems. So that's it. That's my little talk, my little TED talk on SPF. Now I'm patting it all over. I like when I put the mirror in front of the camera, it just changes the lighting for a second. So I bring it always down. Now usually I don't have earrings when I do this, but I always tap it into my ears, just like that, not like in my ear, you know, because you want it to blend everywhere. So you see, we're slowly getting there with this. It could also be my lighting. I have green and yellow. I feel very yellow today. All right. We got every little crevice. Make sure you got everything. All right, let's put these on. I feel always naked without earrings. Earrings and eyeliner is like, I'm sure we all have something that we always need to have on to give us a little confidence. And for me, it's eyeliner and earrings, but like clip-ons. Because if they're hanging ones, they're just hanging. It's a whole different feel for me. All right. Let me know. Let me know in your comments if you have something that you need to have to make you feel confident throughout your day. That's fine. All right. So then we're gonna go in with well, I'm gonna wait for my foundation to set just a moment. You know, pull it off there because I'm gonna do a little contouring and a little concealer just to highlight these dark circles. Not dark circles. My little bangs happening right now. All right, so I'm going to use a little contouring stick. This one came from my Ipsy box, like I was talking in the beginning. trying new things. This one I feel like is a little too light for me, but I got it, so I'm using it. So I always go above your little thing just to lift. And then I just put like a dot there. Again, we have the drama on the eyes. So there you go. Realize I need to take this off. All right. So I just like to do like a little triangle, triangle, triangle with this one. Just to create like the shadows to pull back anything I want to pull back so it highlights everything else. Then I'm going to go in with a sponge and just blend that out into, you see, this one's a little light, but it still does the job. And then when I do the cheeks, I want to press up and bounce. You don't want to drag down because you want to keep that line there. Cheekbone. See, thank you. Thank you, Bernie. Bernie entered the chat with the help. Your necklace, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, you must have such a collection of necklaces then. Well, no, I say that, and I wear the same earrings a lot. So I don't know. You tell me, do you have a large collection of necklaces, or do you tend to wear the same necklace? That's the question. All right. So, oh, gotta blend here. Now, when you do anything around the hairline, try to blend it in. You know, create that contour right there. Yeah. All right. Then we're gonna conceal. Don't feel conceal. Just a little bit. I'm not big into concealers, but I learned a new trick and I want to share it with you all. Now, sometimes people set their concealer with powder. Well, most people do. And I'm going to be using a translucent powder, and I have a regular powder of my color, but I took it somewhere this weekend and I don't know, I misplaced it. It's my favorite from Charlotte Tilbury. This one is just a Ipsy box. But I think any translucent powder. My favorite so far is this One Size Beauty, but it's empty. So it's not really nothing. All right, so in order to stop from your concealer from creasing, the best thing is to look up and put your concealer in and have your powder puff ready, and you're going to set it. You don't want it to dry. At least the new method I'm trying that works. And what you're going to do is, get your translucent powder onto your powder puff, pat it into, you don't want that much powder on your skin, on your under eyes. So you don't want to weigh it down, and that's what really creates the creases. So I have that powder puff ready. We could just stick it on our finger. It has a little thing. And then I'm going to, I just like to put 2 dots there and on the outer. I like how I'm looking down already. No, but we haven't blended anything. Then you're going to take your sponge or brush and then blend it out. I don't know why I put that. I make my mouth like that, but habit. And then you're going to pat it. As you're looking up. Let it set a second. You see? Then you could go in and do the others. I like to do it all the way down here. And it really does help bring and brighten your under eyes. I can't get to stupid lighting. All right. Same thing on the other side. But you could see it, right? It's less pronounced than this side. Again, and I do it just for a little bit of the effect on there. I'm going to look up. Oh, wait. Let me prep this. And I love this. When I learned this, I forgot who I saw do this. It really helps the creases under the eyes. So we're going to go down here. And then blend it. I feel like I'm covering the camera. Blend it out. Try not to get it in your thingy in your eyeshadow, and then pat it in. You see, and it practically removed that side. I think it's because I don't have light on this side. All my light is over here. But in person, it looks beautiful. You just gotta trust me on that. All right. So before we continue, like setting stuff on the face, because I like to do like my T-zone area, I'm gonna go in with a liquid, not liquid, like a blush. This one's from Tarte. I like to use my ring finger, and I'm gonna do pink, just because I just want to flush. And it goes with my skin tone. And just I like to do it in the back upper corner. You see, it helps lift as well when after you put the blush. I mean, the contour. We're gonna go up here and then just blend with your fingers. This really helps melt it into the skin. And again, I'm only putting a little bit, and it creates that nice little blush highlight kind of vibe. Then I'm gonna go in with the translucent powder again. Yes. And I like to do it underneath where I put the bronzer, really set that into place. And you see it cleans up also anything. Um, don't worry, it doesn't look harsh. You'll see why now. And then, anywhere else that you usually add any powder, like I always sweat in my forehead. Just pat, 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 pat. All right, we're getting there. Then I'm gonna set my bronzer and everything. Really give it that final touch up before continuing back on the eyes. Now the next product I'm gonna show is a bit of a splurge, but if I was ever stranded in an island, besides my eyeliner that we talked earlier, is this palette that is always sold out in this color. It's a Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. So I really like setting everything that I did on my face with this, and it really adds like a shimmer to it as well. As you can tell, I've hit the pan. Yeah, but it's so worth it. Okay, so I like to go in with the blush, and literally I use a blush brush, and I just pat it onto where I put the blush. You see that little nice shimmer? It's not even too pink. This side looks pink on the camera, and I don't know why, because it does not look pink in real life. All right, then I'm gonna go in with the bronzer. Now for the bronzer, this is too dark. This is too light for me. So I like to do this, like a swifty back and forth motion, and then hit it up right under. And I don't go hard with it because, again, I just do like the 33 on each side. And then back here, just to help elongate the neck, especially, if you're going to do a photo or something. Now, if you're going to do a photo shoot, your makeup should be a little more exaggerated, more pronounced, so you can pick up. Or if you're doing stage, like if you're doing a contest, you want to make sure everyone sees you. Or it depends on the look you're doing, to me, But I also feel like if you're on a big stage, like if you're on the Rockabillaque stage at Florida, I would suggest to go a little more heavy on your makeups because there's bright lights on that stage. You don't want to be washed out. Fun story. When I worked in Miami Beach at the Fontainebleau Hotel, which is a very historical hotel here in South Beach, I worked at the spa, and it was mandatory to put on lipstick. The reasoning behind it was that the lights at the spa were very dark and moody, that if you didn't have color on your lips, you looked dead, at least to the owners there. So they made everyone wear lipstick. Like they literally would walk by every hour to make sure everyone had lipstick on. Only women though, just saying. All right, so then we did that. We're gonna do a little highlight now, just a bit, because we want, again, the shimmer that we have on the eyes to pop out. Now I probably do highlight differently. I just use this little brush I don't believe brushes have specific duties, so I use every brush I can if it works. I just pat it in there and I put it right on the tops of my cheekbones, you know, and then right on top of the lip. I like to put it on my nose. Adds a little shimmer shimmer. And on my chin. Maybe a little too much. Now for this color, I usually add in my eyes, this highlight. But since we have this going on, well, let's just put a little bit. I'm just going to go in with the same white that we used. Just here in the inner corner. Just like a little bit to add a little shine on top of the white. Nothing too crazy. All right. Now I like to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray just to set everything in place. And I do this now after I finish my eyes, and then I do it one more time. And you really go in with it without talking. It's gonna look shiny, but I feel like after it sets, it like really brings the makeup together. Yeah, definitely don't talk when you spray. So I'm gonna dry that up, and we're gonna go back in with the eyes. You see the colors change if I cover this? All right, so then we're gonna go back to the eyes. So I'm gonna get a white pencil and I'm gonna put it on my waterline just to really complement the eyes with the white. So when I use the white, I like to go on the back of my hands. This has been my palette all day, and warm it up right there. Just because if you go in raw with the pencil, it's not gonna glide as easy. So then I'm gonna look down this time and just tight line on my not tight line, the water line. Tight lining is a thing. Tight lining is when you do the top part. Water lining is the water because you cry, so that's like the water line. In case you were curious. Then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Really helps open the eyes, especially with the heavy makeup. Now I am going to use a thin. I know it's here. A thin brush. I can't find the one I really want, but oh, here it is. You're gonna use like it's like a short bristle, like small little brush, and we're going to put color underneath our lid. Now you don't want to pick up too much product because you don't want the fallout to go on your beautiful foundation that you just did, you know. So we're gonna go in with just the dark green, and again, just soft. Make sure to tap any excess away because you don't want it to fall on your makeup. Now you're gonna look up, and I'm just gonna do this to the ends here. Just a little bit, not too crazy there. You see just that little bit, and you see it gives it a nice little connection from the top to the bottom. Tap it away. Roll it down. Now I'm just gonna go in with the lighter green and do the center. I'm not gonna go all the way to the innards of the eyes. You're just gonna do the center again, just to add a pop to complement the top of your eyes. Sorry, you couldn't see that. So I'm literally just doing the center. I'm blending it out, and it adds that dimension to the eyes. Then we're gonna go in with, I think my favorite step is with the eyeliner. I love using liquid eyeliner from NYX, the Epic one. Actually restocked this weekend, so I'll be using a fresh one. But then I forget to throw away the old one. So I don't know if I'm using the old one or the new one. Oh, this is the new one. All right. Yeah, have you guys ever had a makeup that you had to replenish and then you just forget and then the packaging looks the same and you're like, oh, I don't know which is the new one? Well, So for the eyeliner, the great thing is that when we cleaned up our eyeshadow, it made it super easy to find the line that we're going to use. So basically our line is already done, the base of the liner. We're just going to follow it. Now I'm not going to go all the way to the ends. I want it to look like the black is blending in towards the greenery. So yeah, because I really want that sharp edge. So we're going to start following the line that you created. And then bring it in. Now, since I want the action to be the eyeshadow, I'm not going as thick as normal. You could do whatever you like. I would recommend, medium to thin. This is going to be like an elongated eyeliner, but you see how the difference that it brings everything together. And then I'm going to go to the inner corner just to create that kind of, I can't talk when I do that, so I'm so sorry. Right, so yeah, it's just a little, see, little small taps to create the inner corner. That way everything is joining in the front and everything's joining in the back. Let me just do this side. Yeah, follow it and then bring it in. So I finish the edge. And then in the inside, I do small little strokes. And you see how I hold everything to support my my hand. All right, I'm back. Hope you guys were able to see that. I need the hand placement there. Let's see here. Large eyeliner, yes. I'm not very good at all this makeup stuff. Our eyelashes put before or after shadow. It's always best to put it after your shadow. And that's a really common question I get asked when I host the hands-on makeup classes, is that most people think like, let me put the eyelashes first, but actually it gets in the way. Like everything that we did, I got a little bit of eyeliner on my eyelash. It would be way worse if it was on a eyeliner. Plus you won't be able to get your eyeliner close to your lash line if you already have eyelashes on. So just think about it that way. And then, so we haven't even done lashes yet. I'll show you how to put on lashes. A quick, concise. It's not too hard. I feel like once you get the momentum of how to put on a lash and you try a few different types, there's different types of lashes, just like anything. All right, so then we get the eyeliner on. I'm gonna let it dry. It's thin, so I wasn't worried about opening my eyes. Just gonna make sure they dry. I know that made a lot of noise. So I'm gonna go in with my white liner. I'm just gonna add a little beaky, like a little dot. There goes my little Spanglish coming out. All right, so with the white liner, I'm literally just gonna put a line in the front, right here where I created that dent. You see, I feel like it adds a little pop. Now this is optional. Like I said, this is just like my preference, but I love it. And I usually add it in the back, but since we have that like eyeshadow on the bottom, I really want to keep it heavy on the color in the end. All right, so let that dry a second. This is not a good dryer. Oh, thank you so much. That means so much to me. Thank you. I really try to share everything that I know. Because there's times that I wish I knew. Ooh, good thing I had that closed. And that's why I love doing lives, because you see it in the moment. You know, there's some videos, and I did record a video this weekend. Has no audio, but I'm still gonna edit it and post it up. Doing a makeup tutorial, but you know, you seem to find yourself cutting things because you want to make things concise. And the lives are great because even if you rewatch them, you could forward it. You know, if you don't want to hear me talk all these random side talks. But then you also get to see it in action and ask questions as you want. And I also love that Rockabillaque let me use their platform to share as well. Because I've met so many incredible women in that space as well. All right, let me put the earrings. I forgot I didn't have them on. All right, and now we are going to put mascara. But before we do, I'm going to curl my lashes really quick. I'm just gonna go in, and I like to start in the bottom and just slowly work up. Just a little curl. My eyelashes are already curly as well. But I did the mistake of curling it with mascara this weekend. Don't ever do that because now you gotta clean it and it's sticky. All right. Then we're gonna go in with the mascara. I'm gonna use the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara. You don't need a fancy mascara. Let me just say that. Mascara, I feel like the formulas are always the same. It's just the wand. So I don't really have a favorite. I feel like I just try a new one every time. I've never repurchased one, but there was one once. I think it was Dior. That was like a ball. That one was perfect for me because you could get every little one because it was like a little ball. Yeah, they don't make it anymore from what I saw. All right, so then here I like to look down. I poked my eye. All right, I'm good. So I hope I don't cry. All right, so we're gonna I like to vibrate. So it coats not vibrate, but go back and forth in small motions to really coat your lashes. So you're just gonna go like this and just cover everything. You look like a little scary. Towards the end, it's bad because my cheeks are there, but you try your best. Okay, same thing on the other side. I'm gonna vibrate or go back and forth motion just to coat every lash. Are you okay, Timmy? Oh. Now for the bottom of the lashes, usually I don't do anything, especially if I go to a car show, because I don't want to have like raccoon eyes. So I really don't ever do anything on my lids. But since we have a heavy makeup look, I'm just gonna tap just to create, we have a lot going on. So we're not gonna go too heavy, but at least to add that dimension in the eyes. Now for the mascara, sometimes they clump up, so they sell these little brushes. And especially if you're gonna put falsies on, it's great because they look more natural and they mix better. If you put lashes on top of clumped lashes, it just doesn't look the same because then you could clearly see what's yours and what's fake. So I really like to clean them up and go in and brush them out. And you saw like I waited a little bit before doing it, just go dry it up, and if the flakes come out super easy. And again, I'm vibrating, going back and forth. I feel like vibrating will be, but it's not. All right, now we're gonna go with lashes. Now for the lashes, I'm gonna do something a little different. Now I have this pack that I bought on Amazon. Not a fan of it, but see, I like to try new things. But it was like cheap, and it was a whole pack. Now I've been saving up on, and you can use it more than once. I know there's people that haven't used lashes. Like lashes are reusable. You just have to make sure you clean them when you take them off and store them. You can either store them right back on here with a nice little curve, or they do sell eyelash cases, which I don't have mine with me in my little area here. But for this look, since we're really heavy at the ends, I'm gonna do like a half lash at the back. I got distracted for a second. So I'm going to carefully pull this out, and I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut with a scissor. With a scissor. Oh, I knew I had my scissor here. I don't really have a lot of stuff. It's just that when you put something down and you just don't remember where it is. So these lashes go short at both ends and long in the middle. So if I cut them, they're going to be like half lashes. Short in the inside, longer on the middle. So I'm going to bend them and cut it right in the middle on the base. Now, yeah. Then you're going to take your eyelash glue. I love the duo glue with the black glue. It means that the glue is black, so it mixes in. They sell clear, but I feel like the clear looks a little shiny. So yeah. Again, that one's a preference thing, but I prefer the black one. So I'm gonna go in and put the black mascara on there. Not black mascara, the black glue. Now remember which one you did first. You can let that set carefully on the table or wherever, on top of a makeup case. Same thing on the other side. Be generous. The one mistake I see people make is that they just put it straight on their lids. You have to wait for it to get tacky. So you're going to get the first one that you had. And I like to blow it. And you're going to just do a little shimmy. I just like to make them a little softer. Especially the cheaper ones, because they seem to have a thick band that really is heavy. And then I look down. And then just plop it as close to the lashes. And hold it. I put on the right, yeah. And just hold it. You see what a difference that makes? It gives your eye like a more sultry, thicker look at the end, especially when you have the liner and the kind of cat eye, smoky eye, but in green. I want to say I'm trying to come up with a St. Patrick's pun, but I'm blanking out. All right, the other eye, I shook it a little bit to loosen it up, and then I put it right on the waterline. And just hold it down. Now, really try to put it close to your natural lash without ruining your natural lash. You don't want to rip out your natural lashes, but you also don't want it to be sticking higher, because then it's going to look like you missed, like colored outside the lines. So yeah. And there you go. That's the lashes on. Now we're going to set the face one more time. Like I said, I love to I like to set the face. This is so far my favorite setting spray is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray. Party all night, stay all day. I don't know who came up with that, but it should be like the opposite, no? I don't know. All right, so let that dry. You can fix anything that you want to touch up. But then you got to go with the lip, because right now we look like a zombie. All right. I'm going to use the Gwen Stefani Give brand. More of a darker red. So I want to switch it up since we have these dark colors. You could use a nude color, but we're not basic over here. So I'm going to go in with this color. It's really pretty. It's like a darker blue red. So I'm just going to go in with it because I forgot to buy lip liner. But yeah, yes. Since I don't have lip liner, I'm going with my natural line. I'm not doing anything crazy. I feel like Kim Possible. All right. Now, one thing I did before I started my home makeup is I always put those sleeping mask lips. I always use that at night, but I always put it on before my makeup, so while I do the rest of my face, my lips are hydrated. I don't put that much, so I didn't wipe it off, but I just put it over, and it just keeps your lips plump. Because if you have lipsticks and you don't really take care, if you put on lipstick and you don't really take care of your lips, you could have flakes. That's when your lipstick starts coming off super easily. Um, and you just don't want it to feel dehydrated. It just doesn't feel nice. So yeah, that you see, it's like it's a red, but it's a little darker. Now to not get your teeth red. I feel like we're all like victims to that sometimes. Oh my god, your makeup that looks so easy, but it gives me hope. Yes, try it. Let me know if you have any questions. You could always send me a message. So for the lipstick, you can use a Q-tip to get the edges nice, but I like to use again back to the napkin and like make it flat and go in there and really like that's not very flattering, but mm. You don't have to make the noise. So you get that inner, because that's where the messiness happens. It's in the inner parts of the mouth. Mm-hmm. And then you could do the lip thing, but with the finger. But again, you could just do it with a napkin. You gotta dirty your fingers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you'll see like where it's coming off. And then I like to just go in with and then set the lips a little bit. Now you could go in with gloss if you like. If some people like the glossy lip, I'm going with the semi matte lipstick. But what do you guys think about the look for today? I feel like in the beginning, with not the much talkative chat in the beginning, you guys thought I was a little crazy putting so much green on my eyes. But I told you, when you do any type of cut crease, it's like you got to trust the process kind of vibe. And, this stuff is the miracle worker, it removes any mistakes. Um, that's why it helps remove makeup too. Like if ever I have stubborn makeup, or I really quickly want to take it off and not double cleanse, which you should double cleanse, especially if you wear makeup, or you should be wearing your SPF, like I mentioned. This really helps take it all off, even waterproof. So yeah, that is the look for today, and you could do it with any color combination. Um, yeah, any color combination. So imagine if you did your whole eye different colors and then just do a cut crease. Now, if you do a full cut crease, you could, just cut everything up, and then by cutting, you know what I mean, like how we did, remove the color, and then put your concealer as a base, and then color or graphic liner. I know I've done a live on graphic liners, and I could do it again if you guys want to, because I feel like graphic liners are the bomb. All right. Well, that is today's. I want to thank you all so much, truly, for watching. It means the world to me. If you're watching on, oh, thank you, Melinda. It's always so nice to have you on here. So thank you. You missed Timmy. You would have had fun with Timmy's episode last week. If you guys are watching on YouTube, I truly appreciate if you subscribe and follow. If you're not watching on YouTube, take a moment tomorrow when you're listening to like anything, go to Pinup Miami. Hit a little follow button. Truly appreciate it. And then if you're watching on the Rockabillaque Facebook page, or if you're not, head over to Rockabillaque and hit that little like button on the Facebook page. And that would be greatly appreciated. Until next week, I look forward to seeing you all, and have a safe St. Patrick's Day. And yeah, stay safe out there. Bye, everyone.